And welcome back to day number 2, game number 6 of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. Tonight we'll have the Manchester Kings facing off against the Bedford Bulldogs. And this game will be a very good one. The winner will go on and play for the 5 seed tomorrow, or the loser will be facing the 7 the spot in the last game. So it'll be very interesting to see. Both these teams had tough defeats yesterday in the hands of Concord as well as versus Goffstown. So a new day can be here. Along with me is Andrew Arndt and Braden Lebelzik. And Bells, you've seen a lot of these players for both squads. You know that they have some talented. Not too many seniors here for this Bedford squad this year, though.
Yeah, that's kind of always a weird thing that Bedford doesn't have seniors. I feel like they're always pretty senior heavy.
Well, that's kind of a factor of why they're not going for the championship in this tournament this year.
And only one goalie, too, is kind of weird.
And Andrew Arndt, you obviously have seen Bedford be so consistently good in every single sport.
Every sport.
And now to have them facing off against Manchester in the consolation bracket is
it's
a
really
surprise
weird
for
to
you.
see. Very weird to see. All my life I had known Bedford as the powerhouse in everything, and now that they're in the consolation bracket, it's just not something you see a lot.
Manchester with a shot early.
Fast start.
Every single goal was on that side of the ice in the last game between Trinity
We got
and
a little
Hanover.
bit of a student section up here, huh?
Yeah, the Bedford fans do really travel well here, and now they're trying to get on their team on the scoreboard here. Roberge was able to make that save there. And now, shot there, pushed aside. Bedford just kind of rolling around here, and now out of the zone it goes.
Obviously, Bedford's biggest loss was their superstar, Dom Tagliaferro.
Yeah, well, obviously.
He's an incredible player.
Saw him a lot in baseball and hockey, so he was very dominant for sure, and hoping for the best for him.
He's playing baseball somewhere. I wish I knew.
That's how good we would go with what's at hand here is Manchester trying to take possession like you see right there. Now coming down, trying to make a move and get down is Frank Tessier. Frank almost had a chance, and now puck will go down the length of the ice. Roberge will avoid it, and quick to get it is Andrew McLaughlin. A lot of talent on this Manchester squad. Young season here. They need to get a win here. They are 0-2 in the season through the NHIA, and trying to get a win in this tournament would be huge for them. Get a morale booster here. And now a nice steal right here. Manchester, he kind of whiffed on it. Still trying to keep things going is Owen Flynn. Owen still fighting for it now. Shot down. Takes a weird hop. Connor Cunningham out on defense. Now coming around. Whiffed on that. Bedford now with a chance. But thankfully, after just coming onto the ice on a line change, Max Velkanis able to be there in the right place at the right time. Battle going on. Bedford.
It's a completely different game than last game. I mean, both of these teams have much better control of the puck to start this one out.
Coming around, trying to get something going. Bedford really putting a lot of battle going on here. Trying to get that out is Cam Hadley, one of the seniors. Hadley pushes the puck away. Whoa, what a move right there. Skating down is Parker Gupta. Parker, one of the senior players as well.
So I guess those two are the only ones, huh?
It really is impressive that the few names that I've called in Bedford have been seniors so far.
O'Toole, Gupta, and Hadley, I believe, are the only 3 seniors on this roster.
Evan Maslanka out there as well. And now trying to skate around Manchester with a nice opportunity, a nice move.
Did he tuck it in? No.
Good save.
No one could kind of see where it was. But yes, you see that making the save, and it's tied up at 0-0 still with 11:40 remaining in this opening period.
And a perfect time to introduce the referees for this game. We got Tom Birmingham and Jim Paiva calling this one.
Shot there, and
Souvenir.
referees all getting some work here in this Christmas tournaments. They're all around the state right now between Nashua, Manchester, and Salem, as Bells you just told us about. Well, we'll see. A shot there. Oh, nice. Kick save right there. Shot goes wide into the corner. Manchester really trying their best here to get something going. Sent back in. Now it comes out of the zone. And Ty Adams had a tough day yesterday. Spent some time in the penalty box. Hopefully he can avoid that today. And he gets replaced out on the ice. And now Andrew McLaughlin comes out.
If I remember correctly, McLaughlin had a really good tournament here last year.
Cam Proventure, one of the goal scorers yesterday. Like to see him get one early.
Here we go.
Coming down the length of the ice. Shot is kind of saved wide. Still kicked out of the zone.
Bounce. There's that bounce.
Nothing worse than that, just showing up on your doorstep. It's like having family that you don't like just showing up. Here we go with Manchester's trying to set something up. Gets it in the zone, trying to make a move here around the net, waiting for a teammate to get open. And the feed shot just not hits some players in the way.
Wow, that was almost also an own goal.
There's been a lot of chances here for Manchester, and now they're still trying to keep the puck in there.
Oh,
taken
man.
down, no calls there, and the puck will go into the Bedford bench. So with under 10 to go, a lot of excitement here for Manchester, but they have not been able to get one in the net just yet, and we'll see what they can do here.
Both of these games have been action-packed to start. No goals at the beginning, but a lot of action here.
Don't know much about Savo Vatoric, the goalie for Bedford. He's got a very unique name, and not too many Savos I know. Sent down deep. Now skating fast to get it was Cam Hadley. Shot.
Nice save.
Nice.
Read it perfectly.
Manchester trying to get out of the zone, able to do that. Look at the
Man.
speed right here.
Frank Tessier.
Frank deserved a goal yesterday, didn't get one. Now, 2-on-2 opportunity for Bedford. Tries to make a move and ends up going through and going to be covered up by Cam Roberge with 9:16 to go.
Ooh, I don't think that's Cam Roberge.
Yeah,
that's
Caden Hines.
Oh, Caden Hines. My apologies.
Yeah, I can see the 30 on his
Yeah,
sleeve
it's-
there.
Can only hear the.
You have Velez right on the bench here.
We can only hear the announcer so well up here.
Yeah, that
at
is
the JFK.
true.
Well, he's up to the task just as well as Roberge was yesterday. Now battle in the corner. Things trying to find. Now shot just goes wide. Now trying to make his way. Ryan Martin. Martin gonna put it down in the corner.
Oh, and he lost his stick.
And that's unfortunate. It looked like he had something setting up. And now kept in the zone for a moment. And now Bedford loses it. Neutral zone and sent down deep. Bedford really doing a good job of playing defense, but Manchester really doing a lot of line changes.
Oh,
big
big
hit.
hit. Yeah, you know, everybody loves a little hit at the end of their shift.
You know, nothing like going back to the box to get your head
Nice
squared away.
pass.
Look
Oh,
at
there it
this
is.
opportunity. And not able to get it past the goalie. Now it's coming around trying again. Bouncer, and going to be held on to. And a little bit of exception taken there by the Bedford fans as, you know, the goalie had it. But either way, we'll get a face-off with 8:06 remaining in this opening period. Manchester Public Television's presentation of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament live here on Channel 16 on Manchester Public Television. Deflection shot, still down low, trying to turn and spin and shoot. Just not able to. Now Bedford will take the puck and now come the other way. Offsides will be the call. Is just not patient enough was Brandon on the sophomore forward. And he can hear that there's some discussions being said of what to do, and Connor Cunningham is hearing it from Jeremy Baker right now.
Yeah, Coach Baker was not pleased. I heard him say that's not what we talked about.
Well, sometimes kids hear differently than what their parents or coaches say. See if there'll be a tripping call. No call. A shot there, gonna be deflected. Didn't even make it past the defenseman. Now coming the other way, just sent down on net and held on to. So halfway through this opening period, and it has been pretty much even, guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, it has been. No tilted ice here.
Well, taking the face-off will be Camden Proventure, and see if he shoots one. No, he wins it and sends it back. Trying to set something up. Trying to keep the possession here, but Bedford will send it the other way. Trying to make a move, get past his defense. Oh, nice, tough angle, and standing tall right there. And now we'll get a face-off in the Manchester zone, where Bedford will try to win this and try to take the lead as well. Back and forth hockey.
Yeah, I mean, still even in this period, and no real, fantastic goal-scoring opportunities. I mean, there's been good shots, but no real, one-on-one or really good goal opportunities. Oh, that might be one.
Jake Lassard was there to really bring the offense, and Lassard has such a fast skating stride.
Yeah, he's quick.
It's really impressive what the kid can do, and now we'll see if he can win a face-off here. And
he does.
Look at that. Gets deflected, sent down low. Doing all that he can there is Ty Adams. Adams, the defenseman. Sent down low. Trying to find something and trying to use the big body of Cade Tripp down here. Could be a huge win for Manchester if they can get him in front of the net. But now out of the zone it goes, and we'll see
he's a giant out there.
We'll see what Frank Tessier can do. Bedford putting on the pressure here. Bedford loses the puck, actually. They have to go deep into their zone. I don't think the defenseman was expecting that to come his way. Both teams kind of stuck in the neutral zone right now, not knowing what to expect, and Manchester will try to bang it off the boards and glass and get it out of the zone. Back to the neutral zone they go. Bedford now with a chance, but it's stopped immediately. Trying to send it down deep.
And Coach almost just got hit in the face
Ryan
by
Boylan.
That was Ryan Boylan's stick that almost hit one of the Bedford coaches in the face.
Why they're not on the second row or third
I don't
row is
know
beyond
why
me,
he's
but
hanging out down there.
either way, a shot goes wide, getting to it. Defense of Manchester really showing their strength right now, as anytime they're getting the puck, they're finding an open man and skating the other way, as you're seeing right here. Opportunity here, line change for Manchester, so that's why it's delayed to see some yellow jerseys on that side of the ice. Shot there.
Oh.
And it will be whistled and held on to. So 5:10 remaining, and faceoff will come in the Bedford defensive zone. And Savo Toric able to, we'll get a right pronunciation.
We will at the intermission. I would go with Fatoric.
Fatoric seems, now that I'm realizing, and now we got Manchester players losing their skates and trying to keep it in the zone. McLaughlin able to. And now Bedford finally takes the puck, and now they're trying to get some momentum going the other way, but Manchester takes the puck in the neutral zone, sends it down deep by McLaughlin. Into the neutral zone. Manchester will get the puck. Now trying to come around.
Back and forth in the neutral zone.
It really has been the most popular part of the ice right now between these two teams has been the neutral zone. So sent down. It will not be an icing call, and Bedford will have to be smart with it. Goalie almost, or the referee almost got in the way.
That happened down there too. I don't know who it is, if it's Birmingham or Pilot, but one of them's been in the way a couple of times.
Now a nice pass trying to get it to Lassard, just was not able to.
Oh, just blew a tire.
Ice Monster kind of causing some dismay up here. A shot
save.
there and a save, and with under 4 minutes to go, we'll get a face-off down in front of us here on the east side of the JFK Memorial Coliseum. Ringing the bells like Andrew Art and Kyle Heavey here from Manchester Public Television. Watching a good one. We've been able to see a great one before this, and now this is keep it up to the magic of this tournament.
Yeah, this has been a good action-packed first period here.
And unfortunately missed that pass right there, and Manchester will have to figure out what to do here. Now out of the zone. The battle's just going on left and right. Now pass across. This one does
boy.
connect. Can he get around? Tries to
Oh.
make a juke, and not able to. And now we got players falling left and right. The referee is right there saying no, play on, play on. And now the coaches are really starting to get a lot of frustration out on their players.
Nice
Shot
save.
there.
Good save.
Bells, you respect those
Yeah, that was
for
pretty
sure.
quick. That was a quick love.
Able to see that and handle it like a fly ball in the right field sun.
Yeah, those are probably some of my favorite saves when you flash the letter like that.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty smooth way, and with 180 seconds remaining in this opening period, Manchester's just trying to get out of the zone at this point. And finally it does, and now an opportunity.
Oh, what a weird bounce.
3-on-1.
Oh.
Trying to get across. Oh, what a save!
Wow.
What a great work by the defenseman to just get that away as quickly as he could.
He just made that save because that puck was right on the goal line.
Now, Manchester having some issues getting out of the zone now. Finally they do. Now deep down, and you just see the peskiness of Evan Maslanka, there we go. Number 5 for Bedford has been down there quite a bit, and you can see him right now with the puck and kind of losing an edge there. Maslanka again tries to back in out of the zone now.
Oh,
it
wow.
goes in!
Kicks in.
Wow. Another weird angle goal.
We saw this in the last game, and Jaeger Quercy gets the goal for Bedford on a tough angle, but you see the celebration going on. And with 2:01 remaining in this first period, we get Bedford on the board, leading it 1-0.
I mean, there's not much to say about that one. I mean, just throw pucks on net. One of them's bound to go in.
I just, as a goalie, and Bells, you know the frustration right there. It's just hits off your pads wrong.
That's one of those where he just got to hug the post tighter. Just snuck by you.
And now,
Good
nice.
turnaround shot by Ryan Martin.
Love to see those. Those are my favorite ones to do back in my day playing. And now a
another
shot.
great shot.
Well, Manchester now with the early deficit.
I think Savo Fatorik was lucky that was right at his chest, because if that was anywhere else, he's not saving that because he wasn't looking.
And now a battle going on. Manchester.
Oh,
player-
delayed penalty
delayed
here.
penalty.
Oh, big hit right there. And now the whistle is blown, and we'll see who this is going to go against. And wasn't sure if Connor Cunningham would get charged with that check
So
against the
Camden
boards.
Preventure for a hook.
And, well, Manchester does not allow hooking anywhere for sure. And now we'll have a 5-on-4 power play for the Bulldogs with a $1:19 to go, already leading 1-0. And we'll see what they will do here. Cam Hadley wins that faceoff. Back and forth they go. Shot deflected away. Parker O'Toole out there as well. One of the fellow seniors, as Andrew mentioned earlier. Tough save. Tough angle again, gets the rebound, and now able to send it away, but the captain, Tucker Roberto, able to keep it in.
Another good save.
And flashing the leather. Oh, a little taking exception here.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, he's. Whoa, whoa. Are they both going to the box, or is he gone?
Well, waiting to see. Yeah,
McLaughlin's going to the box, and so is Cam Hadley.
I always find it funny that the two guys that are most angry with each other are
10-minute misconduct, he just said, for Cam Hadley. Wow.
And you see this all going down right with your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. It's referees are not taking any of this for granted. They are calling this game as tightly as they can, and you know when you. It's still
5-on-4. It's going to be 5-on-4.
So it's just offsetting penalties, and then he gives Hadley the misconduct.
Well, now Manchester either way has to play
battle
strong
in front of
defense.
the net there.
Now soft rolling puck and in front, tries to go backhand forehand.
Oh.
Now trying to get it away. Spinaroonie shot just misses wide. Trying to get the rebound. Tough. Oh, and then finally we got a whistle here with 40 seconds remaining in this period.
I was sure we were going to get another extra shot there at the end.
Referees making sure that.
Yep, nothing goes on the clock because they're
operator.
offsetting. Trying to figure out what he's saying still.
Well, he's making sure both coaches, all the important people know what's going on here. And
Well, I guess we're not important enough then.
no, we are just a media broadcast company. We're not paying their bills. And now there's actually going to be two players in the penalty box
What
here
is
for the
going
misconduct. And Connor Botticelli, the freshman forward, will be in the box for now. And boy, a lot of changes here in this last few moments of this opening period.
Yeah, I don't.
The penalty boxes are filling up
What
more
is
than the
going
water
on?
bottles at intermission do.
I don't know why he sent a second guy.
Well, it looks like he's getting up to try to get out.
Nope.
Nope, never
Nope.
mind.
Sit right back down.
You know how it is being a freshman. You know, you don't know your role. Sit back down. So, well, we got things all squared away here. And
I guess.
Bedford coach John Garrity, assistant coaches Cam Williamson, Eric Lendai, and Griffin Connor out all trying to get things squared away. John Garrity done a great job with this Bulldog squad over the years.
And now Tucker Roberto getting a explanation.
Well, he certainly wants, he's a captain, so
Yep.
he rightfully does deserve one as well.
And now Tom Birmingham and Jim Paiva will discuss with each other. And
Wow,
we
this
have
is-
a long, this is
And
a
we
long.
had already started this game a little bit later, so for the next couple games, which are going to be, and now it looks like
Does anybody have any idea what's going on?
well, either way, the face-off for Manchester is going to be happy with this. It's going to come outside of their defensive zone, so they don't have to worry about.
Okay, now
And
it's
now here we
4 on
go.
4.
Oh. Wait for the announcer to say what she needs to say, is if we can hear it. Either way, 30 seconds remaining, and Manchester trying to get the possession to try to put something on net, try to even up this game. Oh, offsides for sure. Just Parker Gupta could not slow down as fast. He was hoping that.
Yeah, so that Owen, nope. What is going on here? Cam Hadley is in the box so his penalty's on the board. And I'm not sure why they sent the other kid in there. I mean, I really have no idea.
Nice play right there, trying to get something going. Just 10 seconds remaining in this period. Bedford will take the puck and see if they shoot from 150 feet. They get closer, and it will be offsides, and the final seconds will tick off. But the Bedford Bulldogs will take a 1-0 lead into this first intermission after a tough angled goal, but able to pull it up on the board. And, well, Manchester got to be happy with that. They were down worse yesterday, Bells, and to only be down 1. But a lot of questions still about what the referees had decided to make for penalties. And we'll try to get things all answered, get some shots, and go into this intermission here from the JFK Memorial Coliseum, Manchester Public Television's presentation of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. We'll let the Zamboni clear the ice and try to get things all answered and taken care of. But for Kyle Heavey, Andrew Arndt, and Braden Lebelzik, we'll be back with more right after this. Back here for the second period, game number 6 of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament, with Manchester and Bedford battling it out here. And we're looking forward to seeing what the next 15 minutes of this period will do. Obviously, we got some penalties to kill, some unsportsmanlike conducts to deal with. But either way, these teams are both back on the ice. And Kyle Heavey, Braden Lebelzik.
Here we go.
There we go. I'm trying to get this right. And we have a special guest up here in the booth. Andrew, I'll let you take over and try to get things out. But obviously you're excited to be able to chat hockey here.
Yeah, we got Joey Velez, the former King himself, up here. As Manchester gets control, Martin. Right side, taken away by Bedford again. That's been their biggest strength all game. Quick shot on net, good save by Fatorik as Manchester's trying to get something going on offense because they went scoreless in the first 15 minutes of this game. Right back down to the corner. Martin back to the top. Manchester obviously trying to get their play down. Shot blocked in front. Bedford holding their own, and we are back to even strength here. As the disaster of the end of the first period is now done, we've got a whistle here. And it's just for the net being off the moorings. Well, Joey, welcome to the broadcast. This is your first time up here, I believe.
It is. It is. It's cool. I've never been up here before.
It's a whole different game from up here.
Yeah, I see everything, huh?
Face off in the left circle. Oh, big hit and nearly took out the referee as well behind the net. Taken away by Bedford again. Good back and forth hockey here to start the second period. Bedford on the rush, just unable to really get the shot they wanted. Kind of dumped it in there. Good break for Manchester.
Oh, slide it.
Oh, just to off the side of the net, but that was the speed of Frank Tester, and that one hit something. It might have been the crossbar, it might have been the post, I'm not sure exactly, but it somehow stayed out of the cage as Manchester will take it back into their zone, and bad giveaway.
Good step there.
Will not ultimately lead to a goal, but still not a pass you want to make in your own defensive zone.
Not at all.
All the way down, no icing. Waved off by the referee, and Manchester will get their rush going. Off the stick of Martin, behind Fatorik. And just really back and forth here. Start this period, no icing again. Bedford trying to get something going on offense, but they just really can't connect their passes. And McLaughlin, fresh out of the box, trying to get something started for Manchester. Martin right to the front of the net. Nothing doing there, and Manchester will restart it.
Andrew, I think you're right here. It's very messy. No one's really setting anything up here. It seems to be just kind of like a ping pong match. Everything's back and forth.
Yeah, just back and forth. Nothing really set up on either side. Kind of just going with the flow, but shot just wide of the cage. Right back out to middle ice and
High stick.
high stick.
Yeah, high stick.
I was waiting to see the call from the referee, but yeah, this period's just been messy. Not really anything doing on offense for either side, but you know that's sometimes how you get goals. You just gotta luck into them sometimes.
I was here yesterday, and that's what it seemed to be like. No one's really sending anything up. It's just kind of free flowing.
Really, only time we've seen things set up are on the power play, but here's a good chance for Manchester. Just turn wide. Along the boards, little, too much, and Bedford's going to take it away again.
Oh.
Nearly another offside. Oh, big hit right in front of the Manchester bench, and I feel like that was just a precautionary whistle because the helmet of Owen Flynn was off. Yeah, that's looking like what it's going to be, just a precautionary whistle. 10:45 to go in the second period. Still 1-0 Bedford off the Jager Quercy goal. Face-off won by Manchester. Battle for it here. Ultimately gets back to Bedford. Cade Tripp along the end boards. Tries to backhand it to his teammate. Couldn't. Big shot there. Just wide. Bedford does a good job of keeping it in. Oh, big missed hit by Cade. He kind of just sent himself into the boards, but if he connected, that would have been a jarring hit. On the rush, led by Ryan Martin. Back out to the point. Tripp, shot blocked in front. Manchester trying, he little too much there. Back to Martin, carrying, great pass. Nearly in, bouncing all around, and ultimately gets back to the point. Tripp missed a little bit of that one, but still got it to his teammate. Ryan Martin back out to Tripp.
Oh,
Tripp
nice
shot blocked with the blocker. McLaughlin there for the rebound right in front. Martin trying to battle for it. Oh, here we go. Bedford one-on-one. Oh, what a save by Caden Hines. We're going to have a penalty, though.
Looks like a hook here.
So, Joey, I have a question for you. So, you obviously being a former Manchester King, you being a former captain, what would you say to your guys here to cut off this penalty?
It's a good one. I would just say chip it out. Really, you know, a lot of these guys, they play club hockey, and you don't have the ability to ice it in club. But here in high school, you can ice it. I would just send it down as many times as possible. Just set it up, set up a trap, and really just keep the puck out of your zone as much as you can. I'd love to see the boys go here, though. You know, you can always pressure and score a goal, too. Some of these guys, like Jake Lassard, could really move.
It's going to be Cade Tripp in the box for the Kings, as they will really need to kill off this penalty. That was definitely an attempt to ice it, but just not really the right spot, as Hines will cover up and we'll get a face-off. And a little more talk here between these two teams. We had the misconduct and the slash at the end of the first period, and now I'm not sure what we had there, but nothing will come of it. Face-off won by Manchester and sent right back down.
Perfect. This is what I'm talking about right here. Get that pressure going. And
Yep, got to force this goalie to make a mistake.
Yep.
Great turn there. Bedford trying to set up there. Oh,
Nice
big
save.
rebound. Bedford will set their power play up. Oh. Great pass. I feel like just a little
Right here.
too hard, and here comes
Fly.
the speed. That was Johnny Nasor, and man, there's a couple of guys on this team that can absolutely fly.
That's Johnny's game right there. I've played with him my whole life, and when he gets going like that, he's hard to stop.
Yeah, I've noticed Jake Lassard, Owen Flynn, Frank Tessier, now him. These guys can really fly.
Yeah, that's a big part of their game, and that's something they got to, work on too, is keeping that speed just as long as possible.
Good zone entry for Bedford, but another good takeaway and another great clear from Manchester. This is exactly what they want to do to kill this penalty. Now, if I'm head coach John Garrity, I'm not pleased with Bedford on this penalty as they get another shot on net by Tessier. Slides all the way back out, and Bedford will get one last rush on the power play. All the way to the front of net, we're going to have another penalty. Another delayed penalty on the Manchester Kings. So they just killed that one. They're going to have to kill 2 more minutes as soon as they touch the puck. And they will right there. And the empty netter goal will not count. Let's see who's going to the box. It's going to be
Ty Adams.
Ty Adams.
I think that's a slash, too, again. Got him there.
A little careless there from Manchester as they just killed that penalty, and now they got to kill another one. With 7:16 left on the clock, still 1-0 Bulldogs in the second period of this second game of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. Face-off won by the Bulldogs, and they will set their play up yet again. Holding, so not a slash. We don't really hear holding a lot. As Bedford's trying to get something going here. They need a second one. They need a little bit of breathing room in this game because this game could change at any moment, but 2 penalties in a row is the perfect time to do that, but another great save by Caden Hines. Entire line change for Bedford. Manchester will not change. Face-off won by the Kings this time, sent out to center ice, and Bedford will have to regroup. Unable to connect on that pass, but ultimately get it right back. Out by the point. A good steal and a good clear. That was Connor Bythrow and Tucker Roberto kind of just doing almost nothing with the puck, and they end up losing it as Frank Tessier goes for the hit, misses. And Tucker Roberto will throw it right in front of the net. Back to the point. Parker O'Toole, one of the 3 seniors here, trying to carry through the defense, but that won't work as Frank Tessier comes away with it, fires it right above the shoulder.
It's a big hit.
Yeah, Lassard was just buried there by Tucker Roberto. Back out to the point, lost his balance, giveaway. And Bedford will change. So another scoreless penalty here for Bedford as this one will bleed out right here. In front of the net. And it'll just be another whistle for the net being off the moorings. 5:13 to go in the second period of the second day of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament.
So, Joey, obviously with me and you both being former high school players, one for the Kings, one for Trinity, how have you been liking Bridgeton Academy so far?
It's awesome. A lot of games, and my line back there is pretty good. We're doing really good right now. We're at 120 points on the season so far, so I can't complain.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Change from here, though, I mean.
What do you think has been the biggest change going to Bridgeton, leaving the Manchester Kings?
It's a lot faster. Everything happens for more of a reason. There's more thought behind some of the plays that are made, but it's not bad.
McLaughlin shot right through the crease. Sent right back into the corner, right back to McLaughlin, battling there with Finn LaMarche. Jake Lassard backhands it down back into the corner. LaMarche down on the end boards, gets it out to the point. And Evan Masalanka thought he was going to have a open shot to the net, but great defense there. McLaughlin turns shot, no.
Oh,
Right back to the front of net. Manchester's done a fantastic job putting shots on net in this game.
Shoot,
From
shoot,
the
shoot.
point,
oh,
tip,
nice save. Good glove.
no.
So Joey, is Bridgeton like an actual prep school, or is it like one of those travel like club teams, like the Mountain Kings of the Avalanche, for example?
So we do a little bit of both. So we're technically independent, but we play a lot of main prep schools, a couple like varsity B prep schools like Cushing Academy, varsity B we just played, and then we do a United Tier 1 too on the side, which is like club. But I mean, it's good. We play 55 something games, so I mean, plenty of opportunities for film and get some points.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of hockey. I'm obviously with the New Hampshire Mountain Kings, and that'd be such a fun matchup, Bridgeton versus New Hampshire Mountain Kings.
Absolutely. We have Nathan Courier, our equipment manager, is a guy who runs deep with the Mountain Kings. He's always talking about them, so that would be pretty cool.
I know he was the former scorekeeper for the Null team out of New Hampshire, but I don't know if he still is.
No, he's not. He's up at school with us, and he's our guy for sure. He's keeping track of everything he can.
Yeah, prep's a completely different game in every sport than the Manchester sports teams. Broken up by Bedford in a big rush here. O'Toole trying to get to the front of the net. Good defense there by Ty Adams. Kept in by Bedford. And Manchester, I'm not sure what they were trying to do there, but they end up giving it right back to the Bulldogs. Another rush here for Bedford. Dancing in the front of the net. That was executed perfectly, and the Bulldogs make this game 2-0. A goal off the stick of Connor Bythrow, assisted by Parker O'Toole. That was incredible. That was
just a
perfect.
nice setup play.
Wide open net. Nothing that Caden Hines could really do about that one. And Bedford has a little bit of breathing room with 3:14 left in the second period. They make this 2-0.
So Joey, with being with Bridgeton, obviously, where have you guys traveled so far with like tournaments, just other prep schools, all that good stuff?
The farthest I think we've been is we left for Canada. I think we were in Quebec for 2 or 3 days. That's been the farthest ride, but most of it's in Mass. A couple games in Maine that are pretty far, but definitely Quebec's been our farthest.
Yeah, it's always fun. We have a few Quebec kids on my
Loosen the
travel
crease, and referee will say no goal, although that was definitely across the line at some point. I'm not sure if it was covered before it went in, but the referee will say no goal, and we'll have a face-off right in front of us.
Yeah.
Belzy, as a goalie here, is that annoying when the guys come crashing in on you like that?
Oh yeah, it's totally annoying because you have the puck sealed off, and sometimes refs just blow the whistle. They don't see the puck, and it's so annoying.
Must hurt too.
Oh yeah, sometimes they come chopping. It's like they're chopping.
Big hit on Lassard for the second time in this period.
Oh,
Lassard! Kings score, and this lead's cut in half.
That right there is just gritty hockey, get in front of the net. I know Baker will love that.
Looks like Lassard's going to get the credit for that one after taking that huge hit. He was in the right spot at the right time, and he makes this a 2-1 game. That's why you're always taught to put the puck on net no matter what, because anything can happen. Hockey's a weird game.
That's right.
Momentum shift here for the Kings. We saw this in the last game with Trinity being down 2-0. They got one and then a shorty to make it 2-2. So let's see if we'll see the same here for the Manchester Kings. Great seal there by Parker O'Toole. McLaughlin chasing, battling with Parker Gupta. A good battle going on over there in the corner. Right back to McLaughlin, turns, smart play there. Right back to the top, blocked in front. McLaughlin shot, saved by Fatorik. We'll have a whole forward line change here for Manchester.
I'd say Manchester's offense is kicking it up a gear this period.
Face-off won by the Kings and Owen Flynn. Manchester would love to get a second one. 1:50 here to go. try to make this a 2-2 game go. That hit a stick in the, that hit a stick in the bench for sure. As I'm not
It's
even
going all
sure
the way
what they'll
down.
call. Wow.
No, that must have been a high stick if it's going all the way down.
Huh. Either way, Bedford in their offensive zone, they would love to get another one too because they still want that breathing room that they just got taken away from them. As Tessier gathers, tries to get it to the middle off the skate. Battle behind the goal. Camden for Venture in there. Quick shot turned away by the defenseman. Venture chasing, trying to get it back for Manchester. Flipped up, nearly offside. As Bedford will look to start something with a minute to go here in the second period. Connects with Tessier. Great deke by Tessier. He's got nobody with him, though.
Oh.
Tessier holds, fires. Saved by a Fedoruk. Rebound off the side of the net. Back to the point. Trip shot deflected up and out of play with 37 to go.
Hey, Joy, are any of your teammates from different parts of the country or even different countries on Bridgeton?
Yeah, we have a couple Canadian kids, but that's really it. A lot of New England guys, but we have one from Peterborough, Ontario, Lewis, that's our goalie, and we have another goalie from Quebec, Ellie, both cool guys.
Nice. Yeah, we have 3 kids from Quebec on my team. Their names are Jason Audette, Austin Patry, and Matthias Valley. And then we have a kid from Russia. His name is Nazar Kalashink.
Yeah, that's a Russian name.
He's got some filthy hands.
Sounds like you would have some filthy hands.
Yeah. Manchester one last little chance to do something here with 12 seconds to go in the second period. Bedford trying to just hold on here, don't want to give up a second goal. Shot blocked by Fedoruk, and that'll do it for the second period. 2 goals and a 2-1 game. Bells, what'd you think of that period?
I think Bedford definitely took it up, or not Bedford, sorry, Manchester. They took it up a notch that period, obviously burying one there, and they're kind of just hanging in there. Bedford, I feel like it's just kind of been a steady game for them. They've just kind of been going off of what they've been doing well with shooting off the goalie's pads and getting rebounds. And
Manchester will get this much-needed rest, but we are going to be right back for a great third period that's on tap here. 2-1 Bedford at the end of the second period. We'll be right back.
And we're back for the third period here of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. Day number 2, game number 6. Second game of the day that we've had here. Andrew Arndt, Kyle Heavey, and Braden Lebelzik. And Manchester has really brought the energy here. 24 shots on net here, and only 1 has gone in compared to 19 saves for Bedford, or 19 saves for Manchester, but 2 have gone in.
Yeah, this is tilted a little bit here. Manchester got a good goal at the end of that period to make this 2-1.
And they really put the pressure on over the last few minutes of that second period, and now kind of using his leg to keep his defender at bay. Nice move right there, but trying to set something up. Obviously, ice very slick right now. Puck is going to move very easily across the ice. Sometimes passes that you make will be a little bit tougher to deal with because they'll be so much quicker.
Good chance there.
Well, here we go. Here comes a chance for Bedford.
Cade Tripp doing a good
Great
job.
play by Tripp.
Now, Cade obviously
offsides.
was on the offensive side of things last year and has really moved back to the defensive side of things. We do see that Tyler Canton is injured for Manchester. He'll be out for a few weeks, unfortunately, so that's a lot of new faces, new places for this Kings squad this season.
There's never a good time to get hurt, obviously, but if you had to pick a time, this isn't the worst time because, you got these 3 games. Obviously it kind of sucks that you can't play in these 3. But then, like you said, you got, what, a week and a half off here from game action, so he's got plenty of time to heal up. You know, he's off from school, so he doesn't have to really do anything like that. So he's got a lot of time to heal up, so they might get him back sooner than they expect.
Which would be great for Coach Jeremy Baker. And we got a whistle here, and it looks like
Penalty.
Cade Tripp
Interference.
is going to be heading to the box for the second time, and Coach Baker is going to be ripping his hair out. And
I think that's going to be interference,
and
I believe.
On number 5, Cade Tripp.
oh, that obviously they killed off 2 in the second period, and
Back
now,
to back.
Yeah,
This is Bedford's chance to really put this game away here. 2-goal lead is one of the most dangerous goals, or not goals, leads in hockey, but you
Us
could
as
bury one
Bruins
here.
fans know that way, way, way too well.
are you talking 2013 or are you talking?
I'm talking every year you can imagine.
I mean, to me, the 2022 Bruins,
Oh, gosh.
the best season in NHL history, still comes to mind.
Yep.
But either way, 30 seconds killed off, and Manchester got to be smart with deciding who to cover, as this Bedford team has some assassins here, leading 2-1. And now Bedford will have to wait to get on sides here. In the neutral zone they go. Now on. Oh, but
Great
taken
defensive
out.
play by Lassard.
Sard, who
Nice hit.
has the goal.
Oh. Max Valansis just gave a little love tap there to Tucker Roberto.
Now battle in the corner, trying to get it out. Bedford will take it,
Oh,
trying
nice
to get around.
move. Good save.
Good save.
We didn't know where the puck was at first, but Parker O'Toole wanted to get himself a goal there, and
Yeah, you
not to
saw
be
it.
done by Caden Hines.
Great
It
save
slid
by
out there,
Hines.
but that's because of the slick ice. You got to call that. It was clearly covered. I don't know how it ended up getting all the way out there, but
And now it looks like we might have some injury here.
That was a very good job by Kane Hines to stay with O'Toole there.
Cam Hadley seems like he's got a glove off, like he might be in some pain. Maybe a hit to the wrist or something like that. I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. Stick save. Puck gets out, and now neutral zone it goes. Obviously, Bells, you don't have a reason why your team is really passing the puck ever to you, but for those teammates that do it sometimes, and into the, looks like Andrew McLaughlin's all right. It hit his backside, but thankfully didn't have too much velocity to really cause any injuries.
What were you saying, Kyle, about passing?
You know, sometimes you just don't expect the puck to be passed right to you when you're turning into the zone, and that's what Bedford was dealing with on that. But they still have another 13 seconds left, and that will most likely kill it for Manchester. Sometimes it's nice to know the puck's coming your way when your teammate's passing you it. And Bedford really, they saw it there. They just were throwing the puck around, expecting them to know where it was going to be.
I mean, obviously, when you have a goalie that can come out and pass the puck and play the puck like that, it makes the defenseman's life so much easier. Because if you can't get the puck, the goalie can get the puck out of the zone to his defenseman. It makes their job 10 times easier. It makes the offense of the other team so much more frustrated.
Well, we obviously love to see some goalies with some love. I know that we obviously celebrated Linus Allmark getting a goal a couple years ago, but I know there's some other goalies in the NHL who have some opportunities to get some goals in the future. Well, for the game in hand here,
I forget who the
Manchester's-
last one was. I should know this, but I forget.
Yeah, I think it was the Wild goalie. I can't remember who
Oh,
scored
man.
it, though. He scored this year, actually.
Yep.
yeah, that's why I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
I think it was Gustafson, I think. I can't remember. I think Philip Gustafson. I
Yeah,
think may have scored.
that might be right.
Obviously, Martin Brodeur, I think, leads the history of goaltenders with a couple. I know he had 2 in one season as well. Battling it out here, and now sent down, and will not be an icing. Well, it shouldn't have been, as their Bedford player really had a chance to get that, touch that puck and lost his balance, but we'll let it be, and the puck will come down in front of us. 10-10 remaining in this contest. A 2-1 Bedford Bulldog lead. Now
Tie up with the face-off.
Cade gets
All
it
the
out,
way back down.
and that will go for an icing. And he kind of takes a look over at his Max Valkanis and tries to say, I didn't expect no one to touch that. So, Martin, Valkanis, Tripp, as well as McLaughlin out here right now for Manchester.
Ooh.
Valkanis losing a balance for a moment. Now, here we go. Some movement the other way for Manchester. Trying to get it around. Center
Right
feed.
in front. Oh, off the post. Right. Oh. Wow.
Shot after shot after shot, and finally
Three.
tied up.
3 really good opportunities there.
Off the post was the tough one right there, but with 9:34 remaining, we'll have a Bulldog line change here and a slow one. The referees are saying, hurry up. So taking this face-off will be Evan Meslanik. He will win it, trying to get it out. K-Trip will move up, set it down. He's still got that goal-scoring presence in him as much as he's a defenseman now. And a shot and a save. Impressive to see just what Savo can do here for Bedford. Is, similar to what we're seeing from Trinity. He's only a sophomore, so he's got plenty of time to get better and get more size as well.
Savo's glove has been phenomenal tonight. He's catching everything that goes his way.
Oh, a chance for Manchester, but it sent the wrong way, and back behind it goes. Actually, it's a battle of sophomore goalies, as I'm realizing that Manchester's goalie is a sophomore as well. And an attempt to tie it up on the other end, but it's going to be held on to. Great attempt right there from Manchester to try to get things going. And now, 9:03 remaining. Face-off will come down in the Bedford zone. Battle is going on for it. Bedford will get it into the neutral zone, trying to get around.
Oh.
Almost brought down, and
Yeah, if he brought him down, that would have been a penalty, no doubt.
Ty Adams seems to be in some pain right now, as he was the defenseman that was battling there, and now he's coming down the other way.
Yeah, he is moving quite slow.
Obviously, he's on the wrong side of the bench, so he's going to take some time to get a crowd. Now coming back around, making some moves. Looking like Connor Bedard with these jerseys. Shot, gonna be into the netting, and with 8:15 to go, we'll get a number of
Yeah,
changes
Adams is
here.
in some pain here for sure. Not sure exactly where, but he is in some pain.
A lot of shaking of the heads from the Kings players. Face-off won by Bedford.
K-Trip wasn't even set.
He had just come on the ice, so it was a little bit delayed, but it all worked out as now Manchester's got to be smart with this puck behind their net. Going around with it. Now going down.
Wow. I thought he almost threw everybody there, McLaughlin.
Now Cunningham throws it down deep into the zone. Bedford will try to counter, coming the other way. And said that that's another one of those passes, Bells, that right there. He just didn't expect that to hit him.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, big scoring chance there for Bedford.
Centering feed.
Another.
And now you can hear Coach yelling change for the Kings as they will get some fresh legs. Now with
Oh.
Big.
Parker O'Toole.
Big hit.
O'Toole says, I'm going to show you what a Phillips head feels like. and was able to drill him down there. Pass comes in.
Oh, here we go. Here's a chance.
And
Oh, 2-on-1.
Oh,
Big
great
trip,
play by
though.
Tripp.
He will take the hit from O'Toole, but he was able to save the day with that defensive work. Taking after his brother Mac, and we'll see if he can help out with some scoring.
Yeah, swing and miss.
It's only so much you can do. Frank Tessier would love to have gotten the better snap on that.
Look out.
Nice glove.
Well, he saw that the whole way and read it like his mother's diary. And was able to save that with 6:30 to go in this contest. Unless we see the second overtime game of this tournament here, it's going to be up to Manchester to decide that right now. Face-off won, but Bedford will take it and now get it out of the zone softly off their bench. And it was not soft enough as it goes for an icing. The referee skating around the puck instead of picking it up.
Yeah, it's not really what you want to do if you're the Bulldogs in that situation. The last thing you want to give Manchester is a face-off in their offensive end.
Well, face-off was taken. Bedford puts it right through the uprights of the two tall defensemen and going down the other way. Puck high up in the air. Stolen, thrown down and deep in the zone, and we kind of saw this earlier where sometimes it just takes a bad angle.
Oh, great defensive play, Nasora.
Johnny's name has been yelled a lot, and he has been really an integral part of this game, even though we haven't said his name that much.
I think he's going to net one here in these last 5.5. He's going to get one.
Out of the zone it goes. Bedford would not be able to get it. It'd be an offsides if they had. Now Manchester would come back the other way, and another big save from Vitorik. Savo is just really enjoying. He seems calm and collective in the net there, Bells.
Yeah, looks like he's seeing everything pretty easily. I mean, he's making it look real easy out there right now.
There's only a sophomore as well. I know if I was a sophomore goalie, I would be pretty nervous.
I mean, it could be Hines and Vitorik in due time running Division I hockey with the way things are going in this contest today.
This is where Manchester's got to really put their foot on the gas here. They got to get one quick.
Well, 5:13 remaining, and Manchester, like you said, needs to put some nitrous oxide in their car to get it really running faster. And another save, and I mean, he had 24 saves coming into this period. He's got to be up to at least 35 at this point. There's been a lot of faceoffs deep in this zone. Manchester just has not been able to pot one yet. And sent down.
It'll go all the way down, no icing.
Oh, a takeaway by the Bulldogs. Centering feed. Oh, it tried to hit it off of, I believe it was Cunningham. Cunningham still trying to get it out of the zone. And Cunningham will take things into his own discretion and check a Bulldog.
Bedford loves those little taps after the play's over, huh? I've noticed that a couple of times.
And kept in the zone, breaks a
Here's
move.
chance.
Oh, just has it finally poked away, and now Bedford with some speed coming the other way. It's a
Nice
Oh,
move.
man. Oh, great save by Hines.
O'Toole showing.
Woo.
And now a big hit.
Heads up. Holy
And that
Moses.
went
Where
into
did that go?
the bench, and hopefully everyone's all right. And that had some
It looks like that
animosity in it.
Cade Tripp and Cam Hadley got into it behind the play there, wishing each other a happy holiday.
Nothing better than telling everyone how great they are, how lovely it is to be here. All right, here we go. 4:01 remaining Bedford leading this 2-1. Out of the zone it goes. Getting away from his defender, trying to get an angle. He's going to be pushed into the corner, loses the puck. Manchester running out of time. Trying to set something up here, goes around the net, cuts back, looks for a person to pass it to, no one around. Ty Adams tries to center one across. It's going to be finally pushed away, and Bedford is going to appreciate having a little more room here, but now Manchester coming back with more.
Nice,
Great block.
nice block.
That was perfect. Finn LaMarche went right down onto a knee and knew where Ryan Martin was going to try to shoot that.
That might hurt for a little bit, but it'll be worth it if they are able to get this win in game number 6.
Oh, big hit.
Cade Tripp just
Get off the tracks when the train's coming, people.
hits off the goalie, or the referee. I keep mixing them up. There are two different types of people. Line change here from Manchester. Almost went into the doorway area. Now flicked up in the air. Nice pass.
Manchester's got to work on spacing a little bit. They're kind of like right next to each other.
Well,
That's why they're not really able to get anything on offense.
210 seconds remaining in this contest. Now come back the other way.
That's on
gonna
net.
He's going to have
Oh!
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Here we go.
Good job just tying him up.
I thought that was going in.
Now Bedford really trying to put one in to really put this game away. Manchester is really showing their muscle there.
Man. Yeah,
Now
that
helmets
there
are
we
off.
go.
There is a lot going on in that corner, and you can see that there are going to be
That's-
some penalties here.
Cam Hadley somebody's going to get kicked out of this game. And it's probably going to be Max Valensis.
No helmet on. He is just going to the
But
bench.
for the second time, that's Cam Hadley being on the receiving end of something, and not sure what's going to come of this, but
Well, it's going to be 2 minutes for holding and 2 minutes for roughing.
he's
so
done for the game.
he is not pleased with the referee's decision on this, and now
I feel like you got to give something. I'm not sure how you don't give something to Hadley, though, because there had to have been
and
they were tied up, and
So timeout.
Timeout
Bedford? I think timeout.
somebody.
Bedford.
we will know that we will take a break here and be able to discuss this. A minute 52, and obviously an integral part of Manchester's Max Volcanis is going to be in the box. And even if they are able to tie this up, he'll stay in the box for part of the overtime as well. But for Manchester, this is going to be a little bit more tougher to 5-on-4. Obviously, we saw Trinity in the game before score a shorty, but now, I mean, the best they can do is pull the goalie and be back to 5-on-5. But a tough spot to be in with trying to get this win today.
yeah, I'm not sure. I wish I knew what happened over there, because that was clearly, I mean, we all saw what happened. He got his helmet ripped off, and then he punched the Cam Hadley in the head. So there's that, but I wish that I knew if that was warranted or not. But yeah, you don't really want to do that when you're down by one. With 1:52 to go, you can't really put your team in a position. I feel like that's kind of a stupid penalty, and it's a little immature even. You got to keep your emotions in check at times like that.
Bells, you've played with teammates like that before, and it's a tough spot to be in because it's supposed to be a team aspect, and you got one player that's really just a little frustrated with the way this past 2 days has gone.
Especially in this case right here, with under 2 minutes left in the game, it's definitely a tough spot to be in.
Well, let's see if anyone's got some juices left in them from Manchester. Obviously, they can throw this puck down left
As
and right.
Manchester doesn't have anybody in front of the net. There's two people in front there.
And now, look at this, an opportunity for Manchester.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Tries to go top shelf, but
Turned away by Salvo. Hines right to the bench. We're back to even strength. The goalie's pulled. Yeah, that's got to be a penalty. That's a delay of game that should be a delay of game penalty on Bedford.
And the referees are going to talk
That
things
has to
out
be
right
delay
now.
of game. There's a lot of yelling going on in this arena here, but that's got to be a delay of game. I mean, right? He yelled to stop the play because there was an extra attacker on, but clearly the goalie was pulled. I mean, if I was Tom Birmingham, Jim Paiva, I'd give him a delay of game penalty.
Oh, only so much that Manchester can fight about that is now.
Oh,
And an icing called, so the faceoff will come on the other side of the ice here. And Manchester can win this faceoff and score. What a unfortunate mistake by Bedford there. Just could have moved it a couple more inches further and not had that icing called. But Bedford wins it. Kept in the zone. Battle for it there. Now sent down.
Frank Tessier's got to be smart with it around his empty cage.
Connor Cunningham as well right there. Out of the zone it goes, and now 1 minute remaining in this game. Now sent down the
Another
length of the
icing.
ice, and that will be an icing.
Now Bedford's playing stupid. They should not be doing that.
And for Coach John Garrity and his squad, they got to be wondering. Obviously, it's always fun to score a goal from 200 feet, but now you're giving your opponent a chance to have a face-off in your zone now because that player missed. And now we'll
Timeout
get
Kings.
another timeout here at 58 seconds to go. And, for Manchester, I'm impressed at how well they're playing with their goalie pulled right now. Like, they are playing with as much fight as you can have right now. And it's working to their advantage because Bedford seems to be, the one that's trailing in some ways.
I mean, they've got this 1 minute to get a play drawn up. This is pretty similar to the last game, down by 1 with the goalie pulled, and we'll see what Coach Jeremy Baker draws up. I'm trying to see if I can see in there, but I cannot. There's a lot of bodies in the way there.
Right.
But, yeah, Manchester has been playing well with the goalie pulled. They had no problems handling the puck around the empty cage, but this is going to be a really important possession, and it all starts with the face-off win off the icing in the offensive zone.
Well, they seem to be very pumped with what has been written up, and you can see the players that will be out there. You're going to have the big legs of Cade Tripp as well as Frank Tessier, and we'll see what they can do. Is taking the face-off will be Jake Lassard. Lassard out-muscled there, and the puck will come out of the zone. Will this be an icing as well?
Yes,
it will. So that only took 7 seconds off the clock. 1 minute still remains on the first penalty. But again, 51 seconds is really all that matters most in this game right now, to see if Manchester can tie this up or if they will fall in this game. Cade with a shot,
good
blocked.
block. That's going to hurt, though.
And now a shot
And
from far,
that's
and that
in.
goes in. And finally, Bedford gets the empty netter, and you can see the excitement from the Bulldogs. They will escape this game and head to tomorrow's matchup versus Hanover in the Consolation Bracket Championship match. For the Manchester Kings, they will be playing for 7th place against Trinity, a team that they will not see in the regular season until February 19th. So a good early season, 2 teams that are playing this barn and know what it's like, and they'll be playing the early game tomorrow. And now we got a whistle here.
She took the penalty off.
She took the penalty off, but he's still got another 2 minutes. That was the first one for holding, and now this one is for roughing. But battle going on here, and look at this. Cade trying to do something here, and it's going to come the other way. Manchester could still take out their goalie and try to still make something happen here, but with 25 seconds to go, just let this pan out and see what tomorrow brings for Coach Jeremy Baker and the rest of these Kings.
It's a hard-fought game, but just got to score the puck to win. Can't win a game off of one goal.
And now 5 seconds to go. See if they can get, no, he's just going to push it to the corner, and that will do it. The Bedford Bulldogs and their sophomore goalie able to come across the river and take down the Manchester Kings. Gentlemen, obviously a heck of a game here, but we got to give our 3 stars of the day, and I think we unanimous will probably have number 1, but for me, I thought that Parker O'Toole played a heck of a game for the Bulldogs for the number 3 spot. I thought.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He played very well. One of the 3 seniors. We've said a bunch today, but yeah, I feel like he's deserving of that 3rd star.
For Manchester, as much as I want to give it to Caden Hines in the 2 spot, I'm actually going to give it to Jake Lassard, finally getting a goal in this game, and he really brought us sparks a lot of times when he was out on the ice.
He did. He took a couple of tough hits, too. He got buried a couple of times.
And I think our unanimous number 1, Savo Fatorik, able to get that victory. He had to have had at least 45 saves, and the Bulldogs.
And there go all the sticks. Yeah, he stood on his head that entire game. He played fantastic, being the only goalie on this Bedford roster. In my opinion, he's also deserving of the number 1 star.
So that will do it for today. We got a great one coming up next between Concord and Goffstown. We got Concord TV, Goffstown TV, all the other local television stations that are here, but we'll call this a night. Brendan Belzic, thank you very much for having the time to be able to join us 2 days in a row. Andrew Arndt, pleasure to have you back here.
It was a pleasure to be back.
Thanks for having me, Kyle.
For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, my name is Kyle Levy. This has been a presentation of Manchester Public Television. We look forward to seeing you further for more winter sports between the basketball and hockey teams. So thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.